Yeah, hi guys. Uh, Today we are going to discuss about more brief into each and every question. So I have prepared some of the questions related to H1B visa interview. So before going to that interview, be ready with all your documents and arrange in a proper way. So in that way, like if interviewer asking for any documents, immediately you can respond and you can give that documents which they are asking. So initially, as soon as you reach the interviewer, just say like either you or interviewer says good morning, just wish is the best impression. The first thing is just make sure that either as soon as you reach immediately, just you say like good morning officer, how are you? Like that you just wish that. So if interviewer asks the same question, like you just reply with good morning, I'm fine, how about you? With a single short answer. So the next thing is the questions may vary, and so most of the questions will cover in our list. There are 45 questions that I have prepared. So most of the questions will cover in this. So if anything is required, so we can add. If I found any other questions, then I can add in the list, and I'll upload in the coming videos. So next thing is what type of visa are you applying for? Like it is a business visa or H1B or L1A or L1B. So you just say like H1B. Next is when was your passport? You should be sure, so like what is your passport expiry date? You have one passport or you have dual passport. So you just carry both the passports, and you should carry both the passports to the embassy. So if they are asked the question like is this is your first passport, you just say like no, I have two passports. You just submit both the passports. So again, like again, it the questions will vary. For example, if they ask like is this your first time to any US consulates? Yeah, if we are attending the first time for the interview, you just say yes. Otherwise you just say like yeah, no, this is the second time or third time I was attended in year any like 2016 or 19 or somewhere when you are attended, you just mention the year. Like the one more question, have you been to the USA before? If you already visited the US, you just mention the uh, date and year, sorry, month and year. Uh, so that will be that gives the good impression, and you just mentioned if you are visited the USA with the business visa, so it will be max 1 to 3 months, right? So you just mention the duration also. So this duration I have stayed in the US. So after that I came back. So next question, what is the purpose of the trip? So you just mentioned, so I got an opportunity uh, to work in the US. So that is why I'm traveling to the US. Why do you want to work in the US? Next question. This is very important question. Most of the critical interviewer, they will ask this question. So uh, like don't say like uh, for money or something like I got an opportunity and my technical skills are mostly matched with the uh, current offer. So in that way, you just answer, and the answer should be very specific and it should be clear, and you should be clear with your answer whenever that you are going to answer for these type of questions. Uh, Next is, will you come back from the USA? Yes. Then again, they will ask one more. Why would you come back from USA? You just say I have a family and friends here. Nothing more than that. You just simple answer. I have family and friends here. That should be fine. What will you do after coming back from USA? So I will search for a job here. Otherwise, I'll continue. If you are going to the US with some other employer like Infosys or some other MNC companies, you just say I'll come back and I will work for the same company. Otherwise, if you are going through some consultancies or some other company, USA companies, so you just say I will search for a job here. So In that way, it will be clear for the interviewer also. Next, are you married? If you are married, you will get this question. You just answer for this question. So yes, I have married. How long? You just mention how many years are completed. Then they will ask some more critical questions. Be careful. Who made the appointment for interview? So in this way, you just answer myself. Have you ever been to USA? Yes. If you already visited, then you just say, otherwise, no. How long will you stay in USA? You just mention that approval, the visa, you will get a I-797A or B, right? So what is the duration that they mentioned in that I-797A? From this date to this date, I will stay in the USA. Next, have you booked your flight? If you already booked, yes, you just say yes. If you are not booked, you just say no. I will book immediate after this interview. You just say like this. Who is your current employer? Just give about our, just give the name, only name of the current employer. Can you explain your current project in short? So whatever the project that you are working currently, so you just explain that one. Where is your company located? So this one you need to give the current company location. Where do you currently stay? So current address, either you are in India or Pakistan or any other places. So you just give the current location and where exactly that you are staying. So how much you are getting paid now. So what is your salary and what is your current designation. So these things you just mentioned. So carry all your previous experiences letters. If you are already worked with multiple companies, carry all the documents of your experience letter, including originals and the current company offer letter and the offer letter which you got it from the US employee. So all these offer letters you need to carry. They will ask the offer letter, either current company that you are working in India or the company that you are going to work for USC. So next question, who is your sponsor? You just mention who is your sponsor, who is the employer that you are going to work in USC, how much salary you are going to get. So you need to mention the salary in the dollars, US dollars. So if it is 80K or 92K or 96K, you just mention 90,000 USD or 80,000 USD, something like that. Next, where you will stay initially. So this is the one more question. So you just answer, my employer will take care of my initial stay until I find the accommodation. My employer will book the guest house near to my office. That is very sweet and short answer. You just answer like this. Next, what is the address of your US employer? You be careful. You just remember the address of your US employer. So in that way, you can able to answer for these type of questions. Next, what will be your work location? You just mention if you are going with the client letter, you need to give the client address as a work location. If you are going for the same employer as the internal project, you are going to work for internal project, you just mention I'm going to work for this and so and so company for the internal project. Who will pay for your trip to USA? Usually the employee should not pay for the any visa types. So employer should pay. So you just mention your company name that you are going to work for USA. Do you know anybody in USA? If you have any friends or family relatives or anybody, you can say yes, otherwise no. What do you know about the place that you are going to visit? This question is probably we won't get these type of questions, but sometimes if they will ask, be prepared. The place, if you are visiting Florida or Texas or California, you just know about some information about the place that you are going to visit. So can I see your offer letter? You just say your USA offer letter. How did you get to know about your USA employer? So this is also one more important question. You just check like if you got these type of questions, you can say my resume is uploaded in various job portal. So I got a job invitation for this with the required roles and responsibility. I have applied through the job portals. You can say LinkedIn or any other sites also. So in that way, you can answer these questions. I found this through LinkedIn or somewhere else, any other job portal. Like in USA, most of the time, LinkedIn and Dice, these are the most popular job search sites. So you can mention these two, like Dice and LinkedIn. Otherwise, only LinkedIn is more enough. You just mention the LinkedIn. Next question is, do you know the living cost of visiting place? Yes, you just mentioned how many dollars it will take. You just check the cost of living also in Google. If you Google it, you can find more relative information. So approximately you can say uh, that should be enough. So when was the interview happen and how? See, this is another important interview question. So we need to remember carefully the interview should happen before the H1B, uh, before the lottery submission, H1B lottery submission. So you need to adjust these dates. For example, if you are trying to apply for H1B, right? So you February, most of the times in February, March only they will do. You can say like fourth, fifth, first round of telephonic interview, and 18th, second round of telephonic interview, and 19th, third round of either Skype or Zoom or anything like video round of interview is completed. So like that, you need to answer. So next, how many people took your interview? There are 3 persons or 2 persons. You can tell more than 2 persons. So just be careful with the company CEO uh, and the who founded the company. What does your US employer do? So be prepared with all these questions like what is our employer is currently doing, even though they will provide the documents, and in the documents also they will mention like what they are doing in the US. So be prepared with those questions. Next, what is the actual turnover? How many employees are there in the current employer that you are going to work for in US? So those things they will ask sometimes, not always. What is the total head count of that particular company? So next, coming to the qualifications. What is your qualifications? Can I see your certificates? Be ready with all your certificates, including originals. How many years of experience you have, and do you have experience for job that you are applying for? What is your highest degree? So these type of questions uh, they will ask most probably. So apart from that, you won't get much questions, but while giving the answers, be sure and give one line of answer, so not more than that. All the best. I hope everyone gets succeed. I hope this is helpful for your H1B visa interviews. Thank you.